you ever wondered why, after you initiate no contact, she seems to move on so quickly? It's a confusing and often painful experience, especially when you thought no contact would make her miss you. Today, we're diving deep into the real reasons behind her actions and why the traditional no contact rule might not be working the way you expect. We'll also introduce a powerful alternative, the modified blackout. Let's break down the psychology, the emotional triggers, and the steps you can take to regain control of your situation. No contact rule is a popular strategy after a breakup. The idea is simple. You cut off all communication, hoping your absence will make her realize your value. But in reality, this approach can sometimes backfire. Instead of missing you, she might interpret your silence as a sign to move on. This is especially true if she's emotionally independent or already questioning the relationship. Understanding how no contact is perceived from her perspective is crucial before you decide to use it. You suddenly disappear, she's forced to process the breakup on her own. For some women, this means quickly adapting and seeking new connections. The lack of communication can push her to fill the emotional void elsewhere. Instead of longing for you, she might focus on healing, personal growth, or even dating again. This isn't always about replacing you, it's about regaining her sense of self and stability. The no contact rule can unintentionally accelerate her moving on process. No contact doesn't just affect her, it impacts you too. While you're hopping, she'll reach out, you might find yourself obsessing over her actions, checking social media, or feeling anxious. Meanwhile, she could be interpreting your silence as a final decision. This emotional disconnect can make reconciliation even harder. Recognizing the emotional toll on both sides is the first step to choosing a smarter approach. So what's the alternative? Enter the modified blackout. Unlike strict no contact, this approach is more strategic. It involves limited, purposeful communication rather than total silence. The goal is to maintain a sense of mystery and independence while still showing you're open to reconnecting in the future. This subtle difference can keep the emotional door open, making her more likely to reconsider and reach out when she's ready. Modified blackout isn't about playing games, it's about balance. You reduce contact, but you don't disappear completely. Maybe you respond to important messages or occasionally check in, but you avoid emotional conversations or chasing her. This approach gives both of you space to reflect while keeping the possibility of reconnection alive. It's a way to show strength and self-respect, rather than desperation or indifference. Modified blackout taps into basic human psychology. When you're not completely absent, you remain a part of her world, even if it's in the background. This subtle presence can trigger curiosity and nostalgia, making her more likely to think about you. It also prevents her from fully closing the emotional chapter, which is often what happens with strict no contact. The key is to be present but not overwhelming. Implementing the modified blackout is straightforward. Start by limiting your communication to essentials, no long emotional texts or calls. Focus on your own growth and activities and let her see that you're moving forward too. If she reaches out, respond calmly and positively, but don't rush back into deep conversations. This approach shows maturity and confidence, making you more attractive in her eyes. Summary: while the no contact rule is often recommended, it doesn't always have the intended effect. For some women, it can actually speed up the moving on process. The modified blackout offers a smarter, more balanced approach that keeps the door open for future connection. By understanding her perspective and using strategic communication, you give yourself the best chance to rebuild the relationship on healthier terms. Remember, it's about growth, respect, and genuine connection.